Hi everyone, welcome to Cupboard Creations. My name's Gareth, this is my little corner of the internet, playing with my food. Today, it's kind of a 2-for-1. So I'm going to do for you my Thai satay salad. Now, I'm using this as kind of a main meal on a beautiful summer's night. It's kind of a really nice kind of salad with chicken and stuff in it. But it works just as well if you want to leave any of the meat out and just have it salad on its own. If you've got a barbecue coming up, this will just go so well with everything. So, let's get cracking. Nice and simple this one. So we're going to start red cabbage. You're going to spot something here. Essentially what we're making is a Thai coleslaw. It's really, really good. So you just want to shred about 150 grams of red cabbage. And just cut in the little strips. So, just like that. Nice little bite-sized strips. Okay, so let's get the loss of that in there. Let's do a nice big bowl. Really mix it all up. Then we want some carrot. So we're just going to peel the carrot. We're going to cut it down into tiny little battens. So to do this, you're going to want probably a decent chunk of carrot, but each batten you're going to want probably about 2 inches, 2 inches long. So I'm going to chop these in half like that. And then just run down, cutting slivers off. And then we can get those slivers and just chop them into tiny little battens. So here we go, you've got your piece of carrot. You just want to just cut those off. Only about 1-2 mil thick. And we line them up. Just slice through. There you go. Now of course if that's going to take you far too long and you got yourself one of these, makes life much easier. Just watch your fingers. So much faster. So we're just going to grab those, whack that in there. So you should have about 100 grams of carrot there. Yeah, quite a bit less than the red cabbage, but it's so much sweeter. You really cut through everything. So the last thing for this one, celeriac. Really weird looking vegetable, but absolutely great in this. I love celeriac because just like carrot and cabbage, raw or cooked, works perfectly well. So you're probably going to do, you can do about the same as you did for the cabbage. It's about 150 grams, which once I've peeled this is probably going to be half of one this size. So we'll just peel that off. Okay, and then you want to cut that into sections about the same as the carrot was. Okay, so that's all the veg done. You made a decent amount there, and this is going to serve too easily. You probably get a nice lunch out of it the next day as well. So now, next few little ingredients. You can use a shallot, or if you can't get these, like a small red onion will do just as well. You just want one. We're going to just cut that into nice thin little half rings. Perfect, so that can go straight in there. That might be easier. And then, what's left for this bit? We want some coriander. Again, that's where we're starting to bring the Thai stuff in now. So you get a bit of shallot, you have some coriander in there. You want like a 30 gram pack of coriander. Just pull all the biggest of the woody stalks off it. And then we're just going to really roughly chop that up and add that in. Now last thing for this, chilli. Definitely want a bit of chilli with this. The heat really helps bring it alive. So I'm going to put in 1 whole red chilli, whatever you like. You know, if you like it really spicy, throw some bird's eyes in there and stuff like that. It'll work really, really well. I'm going to go with one of these little, I think these are serranos. I'm going to keep them quite large, so I'm going to do like half of them and then chop them much like you did the shallot. So you can go straight in with all of that. So there we go, that's all the dry ingredients. Now time to make the sauce. Okay, so for your sauce, grab yourself a glass. I'm going to start off with some rice vinegar. You want 2 tablespoons of this. That'll give a really nice sharp base to it. And then it's Thai, we want to add some sour. Fish sauce, absolutely wonderful stuff. You can't really have Thai meal without that. So you want 2 tablespoons again of this. So there we go. Now, juice of half a lime. So we're just going to chop that one. Squeeze that in there. Okay, so a little bit of lemongrass paste. Stuff is absolutely fantastic. So you're just going to get that kind of fragrance from it through it. It's going to be really good. So if you can't get lemongrass paste, normal lemongrass, blitz it down in a food processor or a mortar and pestle. Just mash it as hard as you can because it's a little bit too woody otherwise. If you open it just whole, you can't really chop it in there and eat it. You need to cook it when it's like that. But you can get this lemongrass paste now from any supermarket, and it is just crushed lemongrass. So we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of this. And then last but by no means least, peanut butter. So a lot of this comes from that meal I did the other day with a kind of miso salmon with a peanut butter sauce on the veg. And I just thought this would go so well on a coleslaw. You know, you don't need to use mayonnaise every time, and as good as mayonnaise can be, you'll actually find this has got a lot less calories in it. So we're going to put in 3 tablespoons of crunchy peanut butter. I love it. Right, and then in case, just give it a mash down. Get that all blended up. So that's all done. Now just give that a quick little taste. Yeah, it's lovely. You've got all that salt and the sourness. Once that hits the red chilli in there, that'll bring the heat as well. And that's great. Now what you want to check here is just your consistency. You don't want it too thick. So quite often I like to add basically just a tablespoon of cold water. Just to loosen up a bit. That will help it kind of mix through the veg perfectly. Not much, just a tablespoon. Yeah. It's giving it a little bit more of a kind of silky feel. Okay, that's your sauce done. Now we just want to mix it together. And unfortunately for this bit, there's no better way than using your hands. There we go, it's mixing through really nicely now. So there we go, all mixed. That salad, kind of like almost like a Thai coleslaw, is done. You know, you've got that flavour of satay in there. Really, really works with all those root veg. And we're just going to leave that. We can do this the night before. That'd be perfect now, just as a side salad when you're having a barbecue tomorrow. Awesome. But I'm going to make it a little bit different. I just want to chuck some chicken in there, so it makes it a kind of nice springtime, summertime meal. So, only thing I need to do from the chicken is we're going to poach it. So, I always like to put a little bit of onion in with that poaching liquid. Just think it adds so much flavour. So, all I'm going to do is quickly hack an onion in half, skin it, and then chop it into a couple of rough little bits. Okay, so there you go. Got a pan of water boiling away, or it was until I took the lid off. I'm just going to chuck in that onion. And probably about a dozen black peppercorns. Now this is really up to you. You know, if you're poaching chicken, it can be a great way of doing it. You can impart a huge amount of flavour into it, just as if you were roasting it. Just all depends what you put in there. Put some bay in, put some thyme in, and all that flavour will get into that chicken. For this, keeping it pretty plain, just because you've got so much flavour in that sort of Thai satay salad that you don't really need much more in the chicken. Then all we're going to do is pop those into the boiling water. Then lid on. Once that's up to a boil again, 15 minutes, they're done. Okay, so that's my chicken breasts all poached. Now we've got to do shred it up. That's what I love about poaching it. You can really tear these apart. And there we go. We can just pop that in with that salad. Really nice doing it warm as well. The warm chicken with the cold salad. I love it like that. It just works so well. Get rid of that. Then just mix it through. There we go. All mixed in. Now, time to serve it up. Just grab yourself a nice plate. Big load of this on it. Perfect. A little bit of lime, so I like to serve just quarter lime. I mean, you've used half of it for that, so you've got half left. Put that on the side. With a cold beer, a nice glass of wine, go down a treat. So we have it, my Thai satay salad. Absolutely beautiful little summer's meal, or just makes a wonderful accompaniment at any barbecue. So I hope you give it a go, hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.